Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. And if you are new, happy holidays. My name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, remote spirit extractor specialist, white witch, and divine alchemist. And I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. I just want to thank each and every one of you. I am really so blessed to be doing this channel, to be doing this work. I know it's been such a hard year, but I have been counting my blessings, writing my grateful lists, and I am so happy to be able to be of service. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Thank you to so many of you who have become clients, that you have received messages that have helped revalidate your path, reconfirm things that you've been receiving but maybe not trusting. It's been such a joy helping twin flames. It's not always easy work, but it's a joy to be able to help somebody to move forward and to progress. And I have been seeing that with each and every one of my clients. So I know that they're getting what they need when I see that. And it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to pay that forward. And we have to be really grateful for everything that we have. We have to be really grateful for everything we've learned with this year. We all have been in it together, and we have been going through so many changes, so much transformation on this planet, so much going within, so much of just really trying to understand what matters in life, or what has been serving me, what hasn't been serving me, what are the little things that really matter most that I haven't been paying attention to. And we've really been able to really get back into unity where there's been separation, which is really the whole point of going through the things that we've been going through. And we've been seeing a lot of people, helping other people, and doing charity work and feeding people. And of course, we have to be grateful for those on the front lines, the medical community, such heroes, helping out there, and everyone who's been service people. It's just really such an amazing thing that when we have something like this go on, well, this is really nothing that we've ever seen, but when we have tragedies that go on, we'll say, people really do come out, and you get to see the good of humanity, despite the destruction that the dark agenda has tried. You get to see how people rise up to the occasion and help one another through any type of tragedy. Of course, this was a year like none other, so it was really putting that to the test. But I have to say that looking back on 2020, that it was a crazy year, and there were a lot of people that we lost, unfortunately, from COVID-19 and all the social injustice, and of course the whole political battle there, and then big tech and all these different things, and we really got to find our core. We really got to bring back things in our lives that we were missing. We really got to understand how important it is to have family, how important it is to have friends, how important it is to socialize, and we've grown. We've grown from this, right? We have grown. So quite a year, and I'm just going to continue to stay very grateful for everything. I do want to make an announcement before I get into this video, and I've been talking about that I'm going to be offering a new service. If you are new to the channel, I am a reader. I do channel readings, psychic medium readings. They will be 1 hour. I am taking out the 30 minutes. Okay, and I am also a spirit extractor. I put that work on hold for now due to everything going on with the cosmic portals. And I have to see within the new year when it's going to be the right time to start that, or if there's any changes that I need to make with that. But I do the remote spirit extractor work, where I remove out any types of dark interferences, dark beings, possessions, malicious souls, all those sorts of things, psychic attacks, if I'm guided to, of course. So I always have to check in with everything. And I will be adding to my services of being someone who practices light language. So I will be offering light language healing sessions, which I am so excited about. If you've been watching the channel, I have been putting up some videos where I speak light language, and and I actually did it in the video just before this one. And it's been helping me so much with being able to shift energy in my life. And I know for those of you who are watching this channel, you are advanced souls, you are twin flames, you are light workers, you're here to achieve your ascension. So we're all about doing the inner work, releasing what doesn't serve us, integrating what does, getting into the shadow aspects, sending love and light to them, being able to not go through that wheel of karma any longer, and really step into our higher power and our true authentic soul. So, I think that it's just the perfect time to really add this type of work in. It's the healer side of me. It's really nice that we have the reading service there for an hour, which I do recommend to go through that first. And then when we find out a lot of the information about what's going on your journey, on your path, what healing really is needed there, that I'll be also able to offer you a healing session when we could do things right then and there. So I like to offer prayers, I like to offer rituals, but I'm also there to help you to heal in a session. And so I have to get to changing everything on my site. So that's why I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, and I will be back the second week of January. But I really am very, very grateful that I get to help you even more. So that's my announcement. And I now will be talking about what's coming up. So if you're watching this in real time, it is December 20th. 2020, right? And tomorrow is the 21st, and there's been a lot of talk about what will be happening with this major cosmic event, one that is huge for humanity to shift from 3D into 5D. There's been a lot of talk about it. Some have been fear-based. And what is it for you guys to know from my perspective, from what I've felt, what I've channeled? Please take what resonates with you, though, and if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. So I've been hearing about this event for months prior. I'm very close with Archangel Michael, and Michael has been talking about how this big event for the winter solstice, also known to the ancients as Yule, the Celtics as Yule. It's the time when the sun is born. It's the time when the light comes back. It's a promise of spring, that hope of spring coming. It's a time of joy. It's a time of connection and unity. And of course, Christmas is around that same time with the celebration of Christ, of Jesus Christ, and Christ Mass. Right? Christ being born. That's when we celebrate it. But for those who are twin flames, I've been hearing a lot from Archangel Michael on how this particular event was going to really change everything in so many ways energetically, because it really is bringing in that unified source energy in a way that humanity has not seen. And it's this event that we've been leading up to, where we've had all these different events go on with the pandemic and social injustice and the whole political forum and everything that's happened with that, big tech, and pretty much, everything that has been hidden, everything that has been a dark agenda, everything that's been an illusion. Anywhere where the wool has been pulled over our eyes, everything coming out. And I believe I talked about that last year when I was doing predictions for the year. And so all of these events have happened, and it's leading up to this one really big turnover, is how I'm getting it, event. This is that major conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn. So Jupiter and Saturn coming together, it doesn't happen very often, but them coming together, they're both very opposite in nature. They're conflicting planets. We have Jupiter, which is a planet of expansion and growth, and we have Saturn, which more like limits, more of a, I get more of like a banishing type of planet, one that limits you, puts the cap on. So we have Saturn trying to limit, basically, or cut down Jupiter, and Jupiter wanting to expand. So it's like this conflict, or this war, really, between the planets. And the way I have been receiving it within me, it's like that conflict and that war between ego and love. That conflict between the 5D paradigm and the 3D paradigm. And that's the split that I have been mentioning, the ascension split, where you're having, people have this opportunity now to really be within that 5D and live from that 5D. And then you have those who are in the fear and the ego really sliding down into that. I really get this is that, that Christ energy being born again. That Christ energy, that like Christ is born, and it's in a different way where that Christ energy is coming through, rather than being a physical representation of the Messiah in the biblical sense, biblical history, but Christ returning through this unified source light, through this Christ light. Think 12th ray, which is the best way to protect yourself, honestly. So take note of that. But it's that Christ light coming in on the planet, and it's represented by that Bethlehem star again. So we're meant to see this Bethlehem star, the northern star. And it's like it's happening all over again with the birth of the light, the birth of the Christ. But it's being done in a way where the whole entire planet is going to be bathed in this light. Again, it's not representative of the Messiah and in the physical body and going through, the persecution and all of the things, that the suffering that he had to go through for humanity, but it's coming through people. So it's coming down onto the planet with this beautiful sunlight, this powerful sunlight. It's coming and it's activating the planet, and it's activating us individually, upgrading. That's what it is. It's activating and upgrading us from a 3D paradigm, a 3D body, 3D energy, into the heart-based 5D energies, living from the heart. I also received the Magdalene codes. So think the divine feminine too it's a feminine heart-based awakening on the planet, right? That's the heart and the ego not running the show. It's the heart, living from the heart, expressing from the heart, giving from the heart, receiving with the heart. And I'm getting the Magdalene codes coming in too. I received that. And it's not a time to be fearful of, okay? Now, we may see some issues here with technology and things like that because of all that massive energy coming through. You may feel a lot of the aches and pains and things like that, ascension symptoms. You'll feel the strong surges of energy, or the tingles, or the electric running through you. It's going to be this really massive event to take us there, and we've been waiting for this for 1,000 years. I mean, it's really exciting. It's not to be feared. Anyone who's treating it like the apocalypse, I wouldn't listen to that at all. I really wouldn't. And to get excited, you don't want to fall into that fear. Again, you want to fall into that, not fall, you want to rise. You want to rise up into that love, into that light with the 5D. And that's when change is really going to happen. The unity is really going to happen on the planet. We had to go through all these events in 2020. We had to go through all this suffering and all this separation and division, and have it come up so that we could be conscious of it, right? Anytime we're doing shadow work, inner work, it's very, very difficult. We go through the dark night of the soul, right? There could be several dark nights of the soul. That's when the ego dies. That's when we have to see our issues. We have to see and experience too, to go through the toxicity that we've been holding on to within our minds, within our emotions, within our body, and we can't see past it. It's like we have blinders on, I usually tell people, and we can't find the light of hope. And that's what we've been referring to as the uncertain times on planet Earth. It's been a dark night of the soul for the entire planets. And that has caused all of us to go back within and to really reassess our lives and really understand, are we happy? Are we not happy? What really matters? What doesn't matter? Does this partner really serve me? Do they not serve me any? It got us to tune in to what's important rather than be so distracted by things that we normally are distracted by. Even like the technology and things like that, and social media, and how we've been so distracted by, Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that, scrolling, and just going about our lives, just being very distracted, and just really not really being able to tune into ourselves, not really able to tune into a lot of the truths that want to make themselves known. And all of these events that we went through that were so hard to go through really got us to stop. Even things like, people unfortunately losing their jobs, or having to work at home, and, going through all these changes, and unfortunately losing loved ones, and all of these things. What does it do? It gets us to reassess our lives and to focus on what matters, and realize that we haven't been focusing on what matters. Maybe we've been a little bit lost and distracted. And so all of that has happened to help us to go through those dark nights so we can come out higher. We can get into that higher consciousness, that higher level awareness, and live from the heart, and understand that to not be unified with the self and to not be unified with people, that's where the issues are. It's always about when there's chaotic energy, when there's imbalances. That's where we want to address things. We want to heal, and we want to shift and make choices so that we can bring ourselves back into balance, back into unity, back into wholeness. For those of you who are twin flames and an ascension path, it's all about achieving the wholeness and the unity. But it goes beyond just if you're a twin flame. It goes to the entire planet, of how the planet has been very disconnected and has been within division, and separation. And, the pandemic and other events have really just magnified how separated and how divided we've been, so that we could see it, so we could heal it and come together. And it really has gotten a lot of people to come together. It really has tested humanity, and it really shows there are so many brave, beautiful, giving souls out there. Everyone from, of course, the frontline workers and the nurses, all the medical people, everyone, all the service people who have assisted, and for those who just were really drawn to helping and wanted to give food out or do something. Even if they had a lot of loss, they wanted to give. They wanted to give, and it felt good to give. And we've been seeing just how humanity is so resilient and so beautiful, that through the midst of separation, having that come up for us to go through it, a lot of people have really also stepped into unifying, also stepped into the heart. And that's what's coming up with this event in terms of this Christ energy coming, and how beautiful it is to have that Bethlehem star, that northern star, "O come, all ye faithful," that Christ light is here, so we can step into our Christed selves, and this planet can go from the 3D paradigm, which is all based on illusion and ego and imbalance and division, to, I just had Archangel Michael's candle snap there. Anyone catch that? I just heard that. And now we're going into the unity. And Michael's, like I said, Michael's been excited about this event for a long time. So you don't have to be afraid. People who are putting out that apocalypse information, again, you don't want to fall into that. What my advice is just to stay very positive and to do all you can to do things that keep you in a higher vibe, whether it's write a grateful list, listen to music. Of course, we have the holiday season. The holiday season is a very special holiday season this year. For so many reasons. Of course, this event that we've been looking forward to for 1,000 years, but the fact that we get to celebrate unity, it means so much more now because of what we've been through. We get to value it so much more, be that so much more. Stay with just the beautiful simplicity of life that I really believe life has been missing for a long time due to the imbalances really with technology. And, what are we willing to part with as far as, our human experience? Are we going to just throw away all socialism? Are we going to throw away the simple things that are good and trade them in for only technology? Or are we going to balance that technology with the things that are beautiful and the spirituality and the intimacy? We don't want to lose intimacy, right, with mankind. And I think that's what the pandemic and everything really showed us too. But stay very, very high in your vibration and celebrate this time. The Magdalene codes are coming in, that goddess energy is coming in, that balance is coming in between feminine and masculine, both within and also without in terms of twin flame connection. Now, some of you are concerned about the holiday season, about twin flames, and, being kind of worried about what's happening there. And I have to say to you, this is not a time or a stage where we are at in terms of the collective to be worried about it. In fact, worry doesn't do anything. But don't worry, because everything is moving at a very fast pace. Everything is extremely accelerated. And karmic partnerships, as I have been talking about, are something not to worry about. The karmic debts are being paid, and those scales are being balanced. And it's truthfully now about taking action. This has been happening, but with this amount of Christ energy coming through, this event taking place, everything's going to be different. Your perception of reality, your empowerment, your worth, your value, your expression is going to be so much different. And so is your beloved. Your beloved is going to be going through so much of that as well. Gabriel is blowing his horn. It really is about the good news coming now. It really is about you are the good news, and we need you to express your truth and your power in 2021. We need each and every one of you to step up into your authentic soul and really be leaders now with this event. We need you to be leaders, and as twin flames, advanced souls, those who have lived in ancient times, ancient places, Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt, come from different star systems, priests, priestesses, gods, angels. We need all of you. We need all of you to do whatever you can to step into that power and step into that bravery and that confidence to show the way. You guys are way showers. And you are templates. You are templates and examples for the rest of humanity to follow, even in terms of spiritual love and unconditional love partnership. You are the template for that, so that way those others who are not the templates of twin flames, they can have that spiritual connection, that unconditional love connection, because you brought that example. You were the catalyst for that on planet Earth. And it really is going to be a planet where we're stepping into our creator energy, manifesting energy, and people are going to really take to that and understand how important it is to create their own perception of reality, and people are not going to see themselves as limited from source, because remember, that's separation. It's that remembrance. It's that whole global remembrance that we are of source and we are of source, and that we're not limited in any single way. We can manifest and create anything that we desire with our mind and our emotional energy. It's going to be so much more of an empowering, beautiful, unified place, and this is where we're going with this event. So it's not at all to be fearful about, and for twin flames, everything is well on its way. Just focus in on the positivity, focus in on the things that you want to bring into your life, not that you don't want in your life. Write those intentions. I say write those intentions for for the 21st. Write those intentions of what you really want to bring in for 2021. And I know that it absolutely is done. I just want to see if there's anything else. I didn't want to keep this too long. It's I have to say, I just want to commend all of you for your hard work and your efforts and everything that you've had to go through, and to know that the truth that you've been receiving about your path, your journey, your beloved, all those things, it's truth. It's truth. You're not crazy, and there's not a lot of people to talk to about. I'm here. If you want to set up a reading with me, in 2021, and I really am so grateful to be able to not only just read and speak to your angels and your guides and hear them, but the fact that you get to actually speak to someone else about what you're going through. You're here. You're here for very real reasons. You're on a journey, an ascension journey to help the planet to raise its consciousness. So stay with everything. This event is certainly the profound event. This is where we're at in terms of a crossroads for humanity, and humanity will be expanding with that Jupiter energy. That's for sure. No matter how much Saturn tries to limit it, Jupiter will be expanding. We will be growing as a humanity collective, a worldwide collective, and we're going to be seeing a lot of just beautiful people stepping it up, stepping out there, and making a difference. And that's what it's all about. Coming together, being unified, right? So I want to wish each and every one of you very, very happy, peaceful, harmonious, joyful, loving, of course safe, holiday season. Okay, winter solstice, Yule, Christmas, all of that, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, and a very, very happy and exciting new year ahead, because it certainly will be. Remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light, and certainly the light is being born now. Take care, everyone. Brightest blessings, and I will see all of you next year. Goodbye.